Hello everyone, welcome to New Beginnings episode 41, a full week later than expected. My sincerest apologies. Last week my steering wheel refused to obey, so here we are, a week later. I think I went on Twitch and played Enter the Gungeon. I can't remember. But I did do something over there instead. We are, because there's been an update, back in Romania, which is where our head office is. And so the intention now is to leave. If I have my way, we will find a way to buy a garage in a more preferable location. I did notice the Iberia update, so Spain, is coming out on the 8th. I may well see about getting it, and then we can do that next weekend. And they'll probably, at some point in the near future, because they do it normally with the DLC updates, drop stuff on the floor. They will more than likely do a World of Trucks event, which I fully intend to. Hello, Roger Brown. Hope you're well. Ahsoka, hey, Omegon, did you hear about the study, about 12 studies that link loot boxes to gambling? No. I don't really do much. I don't really pay much attention to loot boxes. I have my own version of one I subscribe to called my Geek Box, but I don't generally make it a point to pay attention to what people are doing when it comes to that. Unless loot boxes are references to CSGO with those crates you can buy on the Steam community market. Although I could be completely wrong and it could be something else entirely. Speaks volumes about how much I pay attention at the moment. So my apologies for that one. I think I try to stick to my own lane, I guess. Oh, what did I do there? There we go. Name here. Thank you for that. That really does help. I will explain more about that in a bit. That's incredibly generous for that. Yeah. Very generous. Where am I going? Obviously that way, because that way's blocked off. Hope everyone's had a good Saturday. I have mostly been out wrestling dogs, and well, my nieces and nephews did an Easter egg hunt, which was a lot of fun for them. And that's fantastic. They really they really enjoyed themselves, and that's what matters. One niece inevitably said, yeah, but I didn't play as much as I wanted to, because she wanted to run around everywhere, getting everything before anyone else, not realizing that that would kill the fun for everyone else, but ultimately only her fun matters. Hello, Shard in Hand. I hope you're well. I am doing well. Ahsoka, the video game loot box. The CSGO crates. I didn't know about the gambling, but I know that there. I vaguely knew something, I guess. Oh, hang on, I hit the cruise. I hit the brake, didn't I, accidentally? Yeah, no, I didn't know. Screw it. Let's just say I didn't. It's easier that way. I also don't play CSGO. I was a friend of mine, the Satirotician, formerly YouTuber. I don't know if he still makes content. I don't think he does. He wanted to do troll videos on CSGO on a game channel, and he asked me if I would play it with him so he could troll people, but to do that I had to get good. But because I was in the middle of trying to improve my own content and build my channel into a, I don't want to say sustainable business, but you know, in that respect of something I could do well from creatively and I guess monetarily, I tried to I wasn't able to invest in the game like you'd want, which is fine. He never did it anyway. I think he did upload some gaming content to a channel, but the gaming content was mostly really old games, and he'd provide some commentary on them about the good old days, I think. I can't remember clearly. But by all means, do tell me about it, because I'm kind of curious, Ahsoka. Name here too. Thank you very much. That's really generous. Okay, so perhaps I should explain. At the bottom of the screen, there's a goal. Annoyingly, Spooky has to go back to the vets to have some bits removed. And vet bills, regardless, are pricey, even for something somewhat trivial. So, yeah. I will give that all straight to my sister after the stream. Hopefully, yeah, and that will help her. That will make it easier. Spooky is the husky who last year I had to do a GoFundMe for at the last minute because her womb had become infected, which is oddly common in huskies, and it costs so much. But people were incredibly kind about it, especially considering the current circumstances, I guess, with people, low income and all that. I get it. It's not the easiest circumstance. Hello, Sareen. Hope you're well. Thank you for smashing the like. Please, if you're watching, consider doing the same. Or dislike. I don't care enough. It's all about engagement on my part. And I like that it's only when I stream I need to clear my throat very loudly. I'm going to mute my microphone for a moment. Right, fingers crossed that has resolved it. Hello, Aslihan. Hope you're well. Asli? Hi. Hope you're well. Hope everyone's had a good Saturday. Oh, jeez. I love that in this, I worked this out earlier, I jumped to red in this town. And when I got to the next traffic light, it had just gone green, which tells me the moment I'm getting from this traffic light, I have to stop at the next one, regardless. Vet bills, yeah, they are worth it, but they're super high. And I get it, because it's not like an NHS. And with her, it's more of a... It seems superficial, but it's an inconvenience that was unintentionally exacerbated. I haven't seen her much today, though, because I was at my sister's playing with Waffle. Waffle's companion, I guess. My sister bought another bulldog recently, so he's got a puppy to keep him company. And a third one that's actually the sister of that puppy. And I think they played me quite well. Hello, Leo. Hope you're well. In the sense that when I was in the garden with them, name here the trilogy, take care of spooks. Thank you. I will. That's very kind of you. Incredibly generous of you, in fact. Awkwardness intensifies. When I went to my sister's, I took all three of the dogs outside, and Waffle. I like he's rough and tumble kind of dog. I love that, and I think he played me because the two puppies were stood waiting. He managed to charge into me just hard enough to knock me back when I was on my knees, and I, in turn, fell backwards lightly. And they pounced on my head, and then he did too. And I was like, "You planned that. You planned it. You evil, evil git." But it was fun. That was pre a Easter egg hunt in my sister's garden, which was good fun. There's still some missing, which is quite irritating. But all of them, all the children, there was like 9 kids. All of them walked away with a lot of sweets and a lot of Easter eggs. And I'm just like, yo, this is... I tried to explain to my eldest niece earlier, because she's like... 1 second, I have a dog whining behind me, don't I? Perhaps stop chewing yourself and you won't be making such a horrible noise. Expelliarmus. Wait, I have a teeny tiny wooden spoon here. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Or ignore me. Okay. I'll kick you out in a minute. The eldest niece is like all sour about not getting to play as much. She was there from 10:30 until 4 and she didn't stop playing. But I guess there's always one that wants more. And I had to point out to her that when I was her age, we didn't get Easter eggs. We didn't go on Easter egg hunts. I never got to. And why was that? Because it wasn't so much a thing in that time, in the like the 90s. It wasn't a huge thing. I mean, it's popular, but there wasn't as much available. It was expensive. It was tricky, and So it wasn't as simple as, here you go and get a load of Easter eggs and a load of Haribo. No. It was the 90s. Everyone was poor, you know. And so I do try and explain this to her, and I don't think she'll understand it yet. And I'm hoping she will one day when she's older. If she ever decides to have kids of her own, she'll understand just how expensive things are, and why it's not as simple as, here, you get all this and all this and all this. Because she's still in that phase of, I want everything, but not understanding why. Although she is the kind of kid that at the present, you give her something, she'll want it, and then once she's got it, she's indifferent. Megan is now beta to the dogs. Calm down and stop attacking your paw. Let me see. No. Let me see. Let me see your paw. You're going to hurt yourself. Stop it. Calm yourself down. Thank you. Hello, Leona. Hope you're well. Churches had hunts when you were a kid. Yeah, it wasn't a thing here. Churches also aren't that big over here either. They weren't when I grew up either. It wasn't a big thing. You're at work. I'm glad you're at work. You know, you're getting some work. That's good news. Hope you're having a constructive and interesting day. We are having, for the sake of it, a leisurely drive to Istanbul. I did for my server, for those who are on my Discord server, patreon.com/Omegon. And I did post little pictures of Waffle, the others, the cat, because I went and hung out with the cat for a while. He was awesome. I liked hanging out with that cat. We had a good time. I didn't eat much. I rode over, and then we got to the main event. Now, this one won't mean much to many of you, but Leona in the chat will get this. So, before Christmas, I bought a 1 litre bottle of Tennessee Fire Jack Daniels, because my brother-in-law said he'd always wanted to get a bottle and fill it with chilies, and, you know, wait, and when the time's right, drink it. So I did it. And, which one is it? Ah, okay. So I did it, and yesterday I bought a measuring jug, poured all the drink into that, emptied the bottle of the chilies, and put the drink back. I should have bought what's it called? A colander? I think, no, not a colander. Is it a funnel? That's what I needed. So I poured it in carefully, and I tested it. It seemed to have a burn, wasn't certain. Today, went to my brother-in-law's with it, and I had a proper taste. And the back of my throat was on, and my lips were on fire! And I'm not even joking. It was another level. A friend of the family also tried it. He and I were laughing. My dad came over, and he's like, this is evil. I love it. And then my brother-in-law turned up. My sister got her camera out, made it look like she was looking at messages, which he saw through quite quickly. And thank you, Funnel. I do appreciate that. And he sat down. I poured him out a drink. I was drinking something else. He knew, so he wasn't suspicious. And he ate his sandwiches, and then he had a swig. And I've got a video clip of his reaction. The reaction, though, is quite... Ooh, slow down. The reaction is quite weird, because he doesn't make much noise. But there's an expression on his face. It's the look of someone who takes a swig, a big mouthful. And he turns around. It hits. He then his eyes make contact with the bottle. And in my head, I've got to take the video... I have to do this. I've got to take that video clip and meme it. It was at this moment he knew he screwed up. And then the colour starts to drain from his face over the course of about a minute, and then there's a look on his face. I didn't pick it. It's not one I'm familiar with, but the friend of the family said, "I know that look." What look? Pulled the video back. Yeah, that's the look of a guy who's looked at it and realised he now needs to go to the bathroom because he's about to poop himself. I have that whole clip, and he doesn't say much. And afterwards, I sort of, after about a couple of minutes, we all laughed our heads off. I told him, I said, you told me about this drunk, and I decided to buy everything and do it to you. And he said, how many Reapers? And I'm like, yes. He got to keep the bottle, and when we came back, because he rode back with me, I apologised. Obviously, it was funny. He laughed it off eventually. It was that's the second time I've got him. I bought him a half bottle of Tennessee honey, and said, there you go, my friend, you're sorted, we're golden, alright then. And yeah, it was very, very fun. It's a very funny clip. It's very funny. Even he laughs at it, because he even admitted he won't touch that again, because I took a big, when he did it, I had to, then to make it seem like it's a manly, an okay drink, I had to take a big swig just to try and make him, believe it. Well, on the way back, I tried to do a really posh voice, yes. Well, the pain it's causing in the back of my throat, doing that, makes it itch so much, because it is incredibly hot. And I have to admit, I am so happy about that. Even he admitted, when I gave him the bottle, he was so happy. He was like, oh, I've been given some free Jack Daniels. I'm absolutely, I'm really happy. And then he goes to drink it and is like, what have you done? What have you done? Worth it. It was absolute. I think subtlety wasn't on my sister's side when it came to having the camera right in his face. But oh god, how far is the sleep stop? Oh, there's one right. Is that not a sleep? There is, right. It's fine. We have a sleep stop in front of us. But yeah, he drank it. He won't touch it again, but he does know people that he can trick into drinking it. And I know them. Things I can't do it to my mate. I can't do it to my mate, Dave. I would never do that. I'm not that much of a dick to him, especially because I still owe him money. I'm not doing that. He'll probably be like, "Yo, you owe me money. Pay me." I'm like, "Nah, fam." But to other people, sure. It's the second time I've got him with hot sauces. First time I took one called Da Bomb, and I inserted a sauce called Godslayer into it. Da Bomb is like 1.25 million Scoville. Godslayer is 9, which is 4.5 times the strength of Carolina Reapers. And I'm okay with that. I just ruined him, and yes, it was amazing. Worth it. It was absolutely worth it. And I'm glad that it worked. Even if it wasn't like a, oh no, 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 or any kind of, what have you done? Huge mistake. No over-the-top reaction. He did go to the bathroom, and he was there for a while. He claimed he went in there to pee or something. We're like, no, you went in there to throw up or something, because you were in pain. And I know he had to have been in pain, because I know his tolerance is a little bit lower than mine, and I took a fairly decent amount. He said the giveaway wasn't actually that my sister had the camera, it was that I didn't do a shot. Which he's got a point there, because I normally will shoot these things, because I'm quite happy with those kind of drinks. But at the same time, I had been drinking something else, so at the same time it's more of an invalid point, because he knew I wouldn't mix my drink. Hello, Socky. Hope you're well. Hope your video project is going swimmingly. It's 6:75. I'm in no hurry. Is Carolina Reaper hotter than a Ghost Pepper? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't make it a point to keep an eye on them. I just know where Carolina Reaper sits, and I bought a pack of them. Like, when he told me what he wanted to do when he was drunk, I went and bought everything on the ride home. I literally bought a litre of Jack Daniel Tennessee Fire. I bought a pestle and a bowl to crush the Reaper up in, which I never used. I bought the Reapers, and I bought some tweezers, I think, as well, so I could pull them apart to make sure they went in and sunk, and yeah. Oh, today's been a good day. The only annoyance is my voice is not as strong as it could be. And that makes my throat itch insanely. I also will say, 2 of them, in the bottle, few months. Yeah. Yeah, it was good. Yeah. It's good. It's a lot stronger than I expected, and that's a good thing. Any excuse to inflict pain, I'm happy with it. 'Cause it's funny. It was joked that perhaps he might switch tactic and move towards sweet and sour sauces or something in the future and be like, yeah, I'm done with chilies now. Oh, bugger. Sorry. Well, this is a very difficult... No, it's not. Interesting road. Let's go with that. So yeah, productive day. Easter stuff. Ate a little junk, but I was riding a lot. I did go away for a walk and bought rabbit food. Actual rabbit food. So I didn't get any work done that I wanted to do, but that's alright, because I can do some writing this evening. After the stream, once my hands warm up, because they still haven't. Where am I going? Going this way. My hands are, for some reason, acting a bit cold, which is a bit strange, but that's alright. I will then write for at least one of the videos I would do tomorrow, and get the others done tomorrow at least, which would be beneficial. Let's close that. There we go. Eating chilies with mates, making sure they have plenty of water, and you have milk. Oh, well, I thankfully don't make it a point to eat chili much very often, and I'm glad you've dropped the video. I will make it a point to watch it after I'm done. I'll put it on and work on something. Do I have rabbits? Well, we have my mother's rabbit still here. She's a big chonker. She likes to munch. So I bought her some pellets and locust seeds and beetroot things and popcorn, because she likes popcorn. She's a good girl. But she's a chonker. She's a fun rabbit, though. She's not too much in the way of maintenance. And that's good. I feel a bit guilty for her from time to time, because she doesn't like interacting, but because she's on her own, she gets lonely and wants to interact, to only then immediately flee. Which is really frustrating, because I've tried over the years so much to give her attention and fuss, and she just... Yeah, no, she just doesn't really respond. She just runs away, which is fine. As she'll happily sit there if there's fresh food in front of her, at least, which is a small consolation, I think. And I'm quite happy to keep buying her decent things, even if she doesn't want to accept attention from me. Ever seen the bun thumping cute anger? No, I haven't. No, I have not. Well, maybe I have, and I just don't remember it. That sounds cool, though. Maybe at some point I'll get to see it. For now, I'll just focus on what I normally watch, which would be random, hilarious videos that I keep stumbling across. And that's about it, actually. I don't make it a point to watch much in the way of content at the moment. Not while I'm still trying to push towards 100k on the main channel. Although... I might do a whole video on this, because it actually annoys me. Hello, Credible Threat. Hope you're well. Happy Easter to you too if you celebrate. To all, in fact. So Tipster, a commentary YouTube channel, he surpassed 100,000 after being on the platform for well over a decade. Congratulations to him, by the way. Genuinely, he has done it. And that reward is the play button to many. And even he'll admit, as much as it hurts to not be able to receive it yet or be considered ineligible, it is painful to know he won't be able to get one yet for at least another, hello, the next 6 minutes, hope you're well. He won't be able to receive his, and he has to reapply in 90 days. Based on their criteria, he does not meet their standards, arbitrarily, by the way, because they even admit it. They are given out at their discretion. My view is, if a channel hits the 100,000 subscriber mark, doesn't matter what kind of content they make, they have reached the benchmark you set. You just shifted the goalpost because of reason. And I thought about this, and this is why I'm tempted to make a video on it, because there are so many channels that have succeeded, that they have rewarded, that are shady. And you now decide not to. which to me is really weird and really insulting. And it worries me because, like Tipster, I am a commentary channel. Different type, sure. I have a decent rate. My rating for monetization accuracy is high because I'm honest, which is why most of my Halls of Injustice videos are demonetized. I've never had a strike, never had... I've had a few, like, complaints, but I've always won them. I don't make much in the way of controversial content. It's... Yeah, so... But then, with Tipster, it's the same. He's the same, and that's concerning. Yes, I'm a way off, and I'll be happy. I don't mind if it takes me years to earn the rest. I really don't mind, because I like doing this, so I don't see a problem. Really, you slowed me down to 50? Nice. Yeah, James Charles and his well done trophy. Tipster might not make them enough money. That's a point. And hello, Karma. It's a point, and I think it's concerning. I don't want to be that person that then ends up like going on Etsy and buying a version of it from Etsy, because I think, I mean, I'm happy to do that instead if I wasn't able to get one, but the whole point of that play button is I've earned it and then I'm not meant to pay for it. But then to have an arbitrary like rule saying, yeah, no fan, you can't have this, is quite insulting, I think. And I do believe that perhaps YouTube... Oh, blimey, sorry. Oh, hang on. I've just noticed my phone hit 0%. Okay, well, I'll put you on charge. My sincerest apologies to my mobile phone. How is it a new beginning at this point? I think I'm going to change the name when I get to 50. Saki. Like, Season 1, New Beginnings. I don't know, something like that. Perhaps 52, make it a year thing. And it's New Beginnings, I guess, because the original series was well, with the very much well-established account that has all the money and, well, yeah, all the money mostly, and conquering of Europe. This one, not so much. I've one garage and one other truck, and even this truck's not that good. It's stable, but next truck I'm going to go with is going to be intentionally difficult to drive. It's going to be an Iveco, which is annoying because Ivecos don't have sat-navs built into them, so you have to buy the sat-nav. It's going to be awkward, and it's going to be interesting. I also need to refuel at some point. Hope that answers your question, though. But by all means, if there are any more holes to poke within it, please do so, because I'd very much like to try and think it out and explain it out, perhaps, or BS my way out. But back to the play button thing. I find it... I might reach out to Tipster and be like, yo, if you don't mind me asking, if you don't mind me covering it, what's your rating when it comes to monetization? What are you... are you... Do you have... And maybe get a statement, perhaps? Because I find it interesting enough to cover. There are other topics I do want to cover as well, yes. And I will do. And I will respond to Magog calling me a ponce, which is quite funny, I think. But things take time. I'm happy to take mine. And hopefully make some inroads on that part. Hello, Emily B. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Oh, I may have taken that wrong. It is a nice drive. I think I'm still in Romania. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still in Romania. Because I started here. On my way to Istanbul. Nice. We'll go through Bulgaria here. And then into Turkey. Just for the sake of it. This is coming out, as you can see now, it's all grey. This is the new DLC, Spain and Portugal, and maybe, no, Gibraltar won't be in there. Maybe those, I don't know if those will be involved. I also know that Heart of Russia is coming out afterwards, and I assume that'll be this. I think so anyway. I'll ignore that. That's just my phone booting up because I left it off for too long. Well, I let the battery run out. I'm a tough ponce. Gogsy is right. Hope Gogsy is well, by the way. Haven't seen him in ages. In the chat, anyway. I'll take the L. But I will respond to Magog because it gives me a chance then to return the favour. Because I grew, I think, about 200 subscribers because of him. I am more than happy to do the same and hope it helps him, because I'm not. We get on, and we had planned to do an insult thing years ago, but it never happened because he was busy with college. So if we do it again, it'll be done differently and hopefully better, because he's changed his content style a bit to be a bit more active. I think he needs to be anyway to get his channel going, and hopefully it leads to positive results for him. And enjoy work, the owner. Hope to speak to you soon. 100k viewers is a great achievement. Depending on how things go, I have a long-term project or maybe another channel in order to get up to that amount. I am at novice level currently. I think even if you have 100,000 subscribers, I think if you've got 100 million subscribers, you're still a novice. You're just at a different stage of your channel's development. You could still be a novice. I think if you ever stop being a novice, there's a risk of complacency and arrogance. So I'm quite happy to not be that. To not be a pro or, nah mate, this is my zone. Get in your... Oh, that's it, go on. Yeah, you got stuck. I'm quite happy to always think of myself as a... novice. He has been active, yes. It was a suggestion I had. He did a live stream talking about he was feeling like maybe he should jack this in and take on a full-time job. And I said, that's not the worst idea. Always have a job that's always good. I love having my cleaning work, and I look forward to the day I have it back. But another thing you can do is make sure you do your bread and butter content, which for him is commentary response, style similar to mine, but with himself in his outfits. Do that content. Make sure your audience, your dedicated audience, will always come back, and also hit every single hot topic when it pops up, especially in the news. The Bad Barbie thing, making $1 million in 6 hours. That's a hot topic to make. And he made the one point very few people were making. And it's the fact that it was minutes after she turned 18. People then swarmed all over it as if that somehow was any less creepy. Because it's a bit... The optics on that don't look good. It makes it seem like that... I remember the same arguments being made by people when Emma Watson of Harry Potter, well, at the time, when she was 15, people were like, oh, when she turns 16, though. And I'm sat here like, I'm not rubbing my legs over that, I swear to you. I'm not, no. That's creepy. Oh, yeah, but one day her nudes could get leaked. Yes, and you're still the creepy old man who was waiting for someone incredibly young to have an accidental nude leaked or have any intentional images leaked or whatever. It's just, no. It's not. And with Bad Barbie, I can't hate the player. Can't hate the player. Magog says the same. I fully agree with that. You cannot hate the player. That's amazing, and I'm glad that people do well, okay? But the people who were waiting when she was 17 to immediately sign up when she turned 18, bit weird. Credible Threat. I'm starting an Omegon-inspired series from Monday on my channel, Banged Up in Wales. Ah, Halls of Injustice. Well, I've got, I would say this, Credible Threat. I have 6 Halls of Injustice videos sat in my video manager, scheduled for the next 6 Tuesdays. And I think the next one is from a Wales online news outlet. So, I'll give it, his name is Glebs Zaichev. That's his name. So, if you're going to cover him, he's next. I found him on Wales Online. Hello, Jen T. Maxi. Happy cheap Easter chocolates weekend, everybody. Yes, indeed it is. I myself did not do that. I had a sandwich. I literally went and bought the rabbit food in town. I had a bacon roll, ate it, and then cycled to my sister's, which was so nice. My legs, my legs felt good after. Feel good. No, I feel worn out, but in a good way. You know, I needed a workout like that, and I feel a bit better. But I need to do more anyway. I like that we're in an 80, but I'm still doing 50 because the freaking speed limit keeps changing so much. But yeah, banged up sounds good. I look forward to your content. You should definitely hit me up on Twitter with a video. I would recommend just @ing me on Twitter with it, because I will never. I don't check messages very often, to be honest. Dry humour like Meg's channel. Dry humour like Meg's throat. After that Tennessee fire, when I put the actual fire into it. Yes, that was quite something. One must suffer for their art, and I'm happy to suffer for my art. But not for a play button. I'm not going to suffer for that. I'm just going to keep doing what I enjoy doing. Let's turn that off. Put the light on. One anyway. Oh, I'm also using my side panel today. So yes, I got the steering wheel to work, which was great. I think it's because I turned off the Logitech program. I think what I needed to do last week was reset my computer, and that would have been fine. I got the side panel up and running as well. I'm not going to program any more buttons yet, as I still can barely remember the ones I've currently got programmed. So hopefully... the name is not on your list. Good. That's good news. I've always make it a point to make sure I don't cover people others cover. That is an idea I got from Cognitive Thought. When he was a response channel and he did video responses, he made it a point to only ever do it on videos no one else was covering. So he didn't cover the big topics. He averaged for every upload 1,000 views every time, which is fantastic. 1,000 views consistently is brilliant. And it did stymie his growth, especially when the market changed and response videos weren't as popular. But he has found his stride. He is a fantastic streamer. But I like the concept of not doing things people have covered if I can. Halls of Injustice is the one chance, along with This Week at Twitter, to be honest, where you can guarantee I'm not talking about the same things everyone else is talking about. And hello, Tiger Lily. Hope you're well. It's been a while. You don't message, you don't call, you don't write. I hope you're well. Genuinely hope you're well. Hope life's been treating you good. Let's see. Hang on. I'm banned from Twitter, off Twitter, for offending one of those people by saying that cute fit for men. Well, you have to be deficient. You really do have to be deficient to enjoy that. So, and those who gave it an award, you should be ashamed of yourself. It's not empowering. It is disgusting. Right, we need fuel. Yes. I wouldn't need fuel as much if I bothered to actually, like, you know, this one and that. If I bothered to up my stats, because I've got all those extra points for skill tree and I just don't bother. If you do, Omegon, I was asked to do a video about the Harry Baker trial, but Scarcity Studios did fantastic. Yeah, there are some topics no point going near. Like the Jimmy Savile one. I really didn't have to go near it. But when I just... He's one of those people I really do want to induct him a little. I want to put him there. It feels right to. There are some people where I really didn't need to and they were covered well, and Savile is definitely on the list. Mayread Philpott, definitely been covered. A guy that I've got coming up soon, a cannibal. Yeah, he's been covered too, but more discreetly. I am more than happy to cover these people. Go past me, please. But at the same time, I want it to be. I'd rather the majority be people I haven't, because then there's less chance. Less chance that no. Less chance that I will then have the issue of copying another person's talking points. So the ones I've got currently coming out, for example, actually the one I made one yesterday, and the person involved, there is not a single article on them. So how do I, a commentary channel, cover them? How do I do it? There is an answer, and it's the type of source I had to use instead. I have to use the video footage of them being placed under citizen's arrest. And that, by the way, was difficult, because I had to get the best bits for it to show. Like, they go through like the 5 stages of grief, but in the form of guilt. How they get to admitting what they did was wrong. And it wasn't easy. Am I going out wide? I don't know where I'm going for this. Am I going... I feel like I'm about to... I'm missing it, aren't I? Am I? Yep. Going the wrong way. So I'm going to go through that. Thank you. Didn't give me a choice. I had to go through it. Savile is the creepy weirdo. He's the deceased creepy weirdo. Welsh media are trying to make Harry Baker some sort of good guy. Oh, right. Well, that's nice. I think it's always important to, when it comes to these kind of videos, to be honest. But the person I've covered, I only have the video of them being placed under citizen's arrest in a sting operation, and it's the very first time I ever got introduced to that kind of content that exists on YouTube. I created a Discord tab because I was going to do a whole video on this type of channel, these types of channels that exist that do these stings. And I'm not going to tell you what they are. I'm not going to tell you who the name of the guy is. I don't want to spoil it. But it's fascinating, because if I only had that information to work on the 2 videos that are relevant to this person, and it's really different, which is something I also want to add to the series. I want to try and add more of the I want to add more unique cases to it as well. And I am good too, thank you, Luke Tiger Lily. Genuinely, we need to catch up properly sometime. But yeah, I'm hoping to add more. I need to add. I've got another interesting one coming up. Actually, I'm going to work on soon. But the person in question is, it's not as extreme as other crimes. It's quite mild, but at the same time, it's not. So it's kind of weird, but there are other factors that play a part. And again, I feel like I want to talk about it, but I can't, because I don't want to ruin them before I make them, you know? So I'm going to have to sit on them and... oh, gee, can I fit through that? You x-rayed me? Bit creepy. At least, so with the Halls of Injustice, that one thing, it is a lot. It's different. It's the 3rd most viewed playlist I have on my channel as well, behind the Exhibition of Stupid People and Content Constable. Now, obviously, even the Exhibition of Stupid People hasn't quite gotten up there on the playlist views compared to that of Content Constable. It's like 30,000 behind, I think. And even like This Week at Twitter is a big series, but it doesn't have that rewatchability that those have, which I think is also quite... It's not a bad thing, because that's more current events kind of content. But at least I've got that Halls of Injustice thing to fall back on. No, it was made by Viper Sword. Yes, it was. It was made a while ago. Yeah, she's a good artist. She's done a few things for me on my Moist Ski Reads channel. She did one for Silence a Fable by Edgar Allan Poe. It went down well. It did well. So that's great. I have some art now finally sorted for Moisky Reads for 2 videos. The bells and the case of... Oh, I can't remember the name. M. Voldemar, I think is the name. The case and the events. Events in the case of M. Voldemar. Yeah, I'm going to do those. They'll be both out this month. Because there wasn't one last month, and that's fine. There was an issue. I don't hold it against anyone involved because it happens, and that's fine. I take the L on that one. But we will have 2 videos. Vibesword and I have known each other since the very inception of my channel, because she was a commentary channel as well, like me. And yeah, we've known each other for years. She's all right. Yeah, good person. I was hoping she'd become a full-time host of the AAA with Drunkle and Sinatra, but sadly not. That's a shame because I think that would have done us some good. You tend to avoid my videos about the really evil people. That's fair. Honestly, I take no issue with that at all. Having 3 different types of regular series, people can choose whatever they want to watch. I don't mind. I'm quite fortunate and blessed in the sense that there is a dedicated audience to watch each of them. And that's great. And ever since the Halls of Injustice, when I started that, it used to be about 5,000 people watched each episode. About that. It struggled, but average 5,000. Now it's up to about 7, which is brilliant. It shows growth. And that makes me happy. The same for This Week at Twitter. It's always grown. The Exhibition of Stupid People, consistent, which is also good. Consistency is very important. I'm very, very privileged in that respect. I'm very... Yeah, I'm not going to sit on my laurels, though. It's why I made it a point to get an ISO cube made out of Lego. Somebody literally hit me up on one of my Twitch streams, offered to do it, and I'm like, yo then, let's go. Right now the focus for me is to improve my political live streams. And I have a plan. I have a really good plan, and I'm going to pitch it to Trups, my co-host, and we're going to see if it can be done. But it's about whether or not we can get someone to do it. She's British, Credible Threat, you know that. We're a downer of a people. I have a plan to make it a set equivalent to quality of my ship, which I'm okay with. I really am. I have an idea as well in how to implement such an idea and get the results. Because Trups and I, we're on Spotify now as well, where we upload our political streams there, and we've hit. I think we're at nearly 60 followers, which is brilliant, or maybe just past it. I can't remember. And we'd very much like to keep on trying to change and improve. We need an intro for our streams. That would be good. We need to work that out. My privileging is triggering karma. My apologies if me speaking about privilege is triggering anyone in the audience. Genuinely, I am not. I don't mean to flex either. If that's what people think, I'm not. Just fortunate and honoured in that respect. Humbled, that's the word. I do need to remember these ideas for later, actually. But yes, so I want to also try and sort out, keep making Halls of Injustice better, which is great. I did have spare thumbnails, by the way, for the Exhibition of Stupid People to change to at some point. I've never used them though. I've got 2 of them, and I've still never used them. I think at this point, I don't think I can get away with changing to them, because I think, as good as they look, I don't think people are interested in that. I might talk to Trups about using one on our political streams in the future, maybe, or for more casual streams, perhaps. Cosmic Energy of Karma. That's quite possible, actually. It's very hard to be sure when Karma is your name and all that. But that's not your fault. That's just a misunderstanding on my part. But I'll say it anyway for the sake of not appearing to be a flexer, a dabber, or arrogant. That's very kind of you to say, Tiger Lily. I tend to think I'm lazy and a bum. Something which I'm happy many people will agree with. I'm a bum, I'm a dosser. I think the one thing I do want to improve as well is the quality of content I upload exclusively to BitChute, because that is it's doing okay, but I can do better. I've just got to nail it. Reducing politics content on the second channel was a good idea. Frees up more time. Also, I wasn't doing much. I wasn't able to. I was growing, but it was such hard work, you know. And I don't see the point in pushing if I can't, you know. If I can't, if I'm not able. It was a comment Suit Yourself had made on my main channel once before I started going full time, in the sense of 5 a week. He never understood how I wasn't growing when I was so consistent, and that seems to apply to the political channel. But I kind of get it at the same time, because things don't quite look right. I've still got that 80s retro wave vibe, which looks great, but it might be an idea to change it, to use my main channel content style, but with something a bit more appropriate to suit it. Karma is brave for forgiving Meg. She is. She's strong and powerful and brave. I am truly humbled by her bravery. Thank you for being brave. I genuinely appreciate your bravery. I mean, sorry, I had to quickly turn my phone on, so I do apologise for that. Because my phone really did struggle then. I don't know how I never noticed it hit 0%. That was really strange. Did I leave music on or something when I was using that earlier? Or a torch? Hello, Jetstream Jack. Hope you're well. Interestingly, the most fun I have is with the Halls of Injustice. I do want to change how I start it, perhaps. So saying like, welcome to the Halls of Injustice, perhaps. Just dive straight in. But I'm not entirely sure just yet how I'm going to do that. So I'll look into things as time progresses. I'm also doing 15 and 80. That's nice. Hello, Emily B again. I think the one I loathe the most is always being Content Constable. Always. I are confused, so am I. Me too. I am working on one, but it's the one I struggle with the most. Especially because I'd planned to do one on this person back in May of last year for 2 people to cover him over Christmas. Out of the blue, to be honest. But they did it, and they did a great job, so I've got to not watch their videos to make my points. And my points are 3 key traits about the person instead of good, bad, ugly. None of this like structuring like that. I'm going to be going in on the personality traits that suck the most. And I've got the intro and the timeline done. I've just got to do these 3 traits, and that's it. It's over. I've got one partially written, and I've not had to rely on any sources for it because I used to watch this guy, and I have my next target as well. I'm not going to tell anyone. I'm going to tell the person who does the thumbnail, which would be Littleys, because he's done great work on the Chris Hansen thumbnail and this Deji thumbnail. But the next one is someone completely different. Again, it's another swerve, because I don't want to do mukbangers if I can avoid it on Content Constable, because then I just look like I'm just Hater Nation or something, you know, and I'm not that. I know I've been mentioned in passing by other channels when they've covered Hater Nation, but only in passing. Even Cecil McFly did a 3-hour video, I think, on Hater Nation, only referenced me in passing, and I've spoken to her in DMs about things, in the sense of my Content Constable, the first one on Amber, because I wasn't involved in Hater Nation at all, and that video really did. It set a standard for a type of video, and I don't think it was actually properly, I'd say, honed until the Right Opinion came along and he did a version of it on Amber instead, and Nick Ocado, you know, he smashed those. And obviously my video defending Charlie Goldbunch was doxed, because I again always take the position of I don't support doxing. I never will. And so for me, only to be passingly mentioned at least means I'm not being lumped in with them as a member, because I've never been involved in that community or others. Ease sucks at Minecraft. He can't keep hold of his cobblestone. I can't remember much about Minecraft. I thought cobblestone was 7 days to die. But I could be wrong. Ease does fantastic art, though. He's done my 2 crew members, Ensign Spoon and Warrant Officer Crumble. I would have asked him to redo my Ferengi, Crewman Bork, but that hasn't happened yet. Maybe I'll get him to, though, because he does have the art style to really gel with what he's done with the 2 crew members. Now, obviously, there were 2 entries in the Spoon channel thing. I had one from Spoonie, and I actually like it a lot because she did a very Rayman version with some hands that just float about. I like it a lot. I might stick it somewhere, actually, or get a sticker of it in my room, because it does look absolutely fantastic. But I'm not going to rush that. I'm not going to, unlike with the Chris Hansen one, I don't intend on inserting my crew members too much in this Content Constable. And I've done 8 minutes so far, I guess. DXAD654, hello. Hope you're well. It's 2 AM where you are. Damn. And thank you for the compliment. Awkwardness intensifies. I'm genuinely very grateful for that. It's very kind of you. Karma sucks at 7 days. She can't make cobblestone. I suck at that as well. I'm not very good at 7 days, and I'm especially not at the newer version because I haven't played it much. My voice is soothing. It's nails on a chalkboard. That's what we call it. On the ride home, actually, we were talking about posh accents, and because of that chillied Tennessee fire, I tried to do a posh voice and I couldn't maintain it. I needed like some kind of medicament to fix like some kind of lozenge, perhaps, because my throat was itching so much. I'm so happy that worked. I'll have to I'm gonna edit that video and stick it on my personal Instagram as a joke, because it's worth it. It's just too funny. It's too funny not to play with, and it's too funny not to meme. I'll stick it on my personal Insta, and yeah, yeah, he didn't scream, but it doesn't matter. I think the general rule is, as gassed as you might be for something from Meg, don't trust Meg. Meg cannot be trusted. Especially with something nice like Tennessee Fire, because Meg will suddenly then decide, oh, what we really need here is some Tennessee Fire! Because Meg's a dick. It's tolerable, then again my ears are numb to it. I'm glad they are, because last thing I'd want is my voice to have any meaningful impact. I prefer the information to be the thing, or the opinion perhaps. It depends on the kind of video being made. For example, on Monday, when I made that video covering David Dobrik, that was 100% not scripted. There was no notes, a straight up opinion. The one thing I will do for future versions of that, I will then use I'll make it a point to use my avatar for it, because I've done 2 like that where I haven't used an avatar, and people are like, I want avatar instead, and I mean that's actually a fair point. I'm happy to spend the time on that, because it's not it takes time, but I'm happy to take the time because that's what people want, and I get that. And also that topic, the concept of consent, it seems to be something people don't understand at the moment, and I really wish they did, because it's frustrating they don't. World needs dicks to deal with all the... Oh, there's that. And that reminds me, I was watching the lady who deals with all the cysts on people. Yeah, the incisions. My friend of the family couldn't help but notice and make comments. It was disturbing. I will say nothing more on that. And Tiger Lady, thank you for that. That's very kind of you. I will spend that money wisely on more Tennessee fire. I'm kidding. I'm not drinking much at the moment because I'm, trying to cut weight. But I will certainly put it to good use. Perhaps buy my nieces a mini treadmill because of all the chocolate they've got. I'm also going to stop saying fire like that because it hurts my throat. Yes, I had to pay the price. I'm happy to pay the price. Lesson has been learned. I also did nice him afterwards when he rode back with me. I got him a half bottle of Tennessee honey. So, I'm a dick, but I'm always good to family, and also, he took it like a pro, Are there any rest stops here? Well, there's one over there. Can I get in there? Can I? Oh, we're getting close, actually. I can. It's just a turn here. Nice. Where is the rest stop, though? Is it here? This is the part where I find it. Oh, it is. Okay. That one and that one. Oh, that was good. My back clicked into place. I doubt anyone heard. And if you did, I apologize. This one? That one. Promised to run his channel once I've dethroned him. Well, that's an option. Thank you very much. You're a genuinely good soul for offering to ensure that my channel survives in the interim of my disposal, I don't know, dethroning, defrocking. Wrong one, isn't it? It is, isn't it? What we'll do, back it up, and then we turn here. Apparently, I'm not going in there. Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm turning into the other side. Went to the rest stop the wrong way. Oh, my mistake. I will instead exit and turn around. Simples. If I can fit. That's going to be a tough one. Nice. Well, I did just bash that steering wheel up. Nice. I missed the arrow. Well, no, I need to go to the rest stop. I didn't see the arrow change to indicate I was going down this side anyway. It was a small area on the sat-nav. I'm not going to notice it immediately. Hello, Bullet Sponge. Hope you're well. Smash like now. That hurt my throat. Worth it. Check my documents. Check them hard. Or the arrow missed him. It's true, I might have moved too fast for the arrow to realise. As I, slipped into second gear. Sorted. Moving on. Where are we going? You're gonna make me have to stop at one of these, aren't you? We're in Turkey, though. That's good news. pull in for a vehicle inspection at the nearest weighing station. Very well. I shall attempt to do just that. Thank you for fat shaming me. I'm sure you're about to do it. Yep. Is this the right way? Jeez, there's like several borders to get through here. Please use dislike instead. That's an option to explore. I don't mind if people smash like or dislike, but I'm all about I'd like the engagement regardless. I don't mind. Oh, I'm the next 6 minutes. I'm using all the GTA driving techniques, except for the one where I run through people, because their hitboxes are just impossible. They're basically made of adamantium and vibranium. I bounce right off them and I do no damage to them. Turkish Delight is quite tasty. The real stuff is indeed quite tasty, yes. My dad brought me some... Was it Dad? No, my mum's closest friend long ago brought some back and gave me also, and this is a weird one, a leather casing for a lighter. I was a kid. I didn't smoke, so I was very confused by that. I think the reason why is because it had my name on it, and I just sort of thought, you didn't... Why? Why would you do this? Anyway, the like-dislike thing. I don't mind what anyone presses, but if you're watching, please consider doing so. It really helps this channel, and I'd greatly appreciate it. This has been my TED Talk. Thank you. Civilians are worth more points. That's a fair point. Sadly, there's not enough armor on my vehicle to do enough damage to ever harm one of them. If anything, I could total my car, my truck even, on them. And hello, Snack Sabbath. Hope you're well. Oh, bit speedy here. Come on, cruise control, kick in, slow it down a little. Can we go fast? Oh, we can go faster. Nice. A candy often flavoured with rose water. I think it's delicious regardless. I haven't had it since I was a child, but I do remember the good stuff. And I'm not a huge fan of the stuff you get in the purple wrapper or pink wrapper in the UK. I mean, it is a form of Turkish Delight, but it's the argument of real Turkish Delight, isn't it? Once you've had the real stuff, it's like, why have you even made me suffer this Cadbury version? I think, sorry for the yawn by the way, I think as I'm older, I'm not as fond of jellied sweets as much anymore anyway. My body doesn't really appreciate them, so I probably won't do much in the way of... Oh, hang on. What have you done? Hang on, no. Have you stiffed me? You're making me do a whole loop to go round that. Well, better that than make me go all the way round there. Because chances I want to get there, you'll probably stiff me anyway. Alright, fine. Non-chocolate Turkish Delight more. Yeah, that's the stuff I had when a friend came back from Turkey, and I thought it was delicious. The one with the chocolate on, to be honest, is a bit underwhelming. But then I like chocolate, so if I ever eat chocolate, I don't want it mixed with other things. Personal preference and all that. There are a few chocolate bars where I'm okay with it. Boost and a Crunchy are probably the two, if anything. There we go. Give it free to people walking by. That is cool. Very cool. Thought roses are toxic. They probably are. I don't know. I don't pay attention. I don't generally Make it a point to keep an eye on what flowers are or are not edible and or toxic. But that's just me, being me. Oh, hang on. Do I need a drink? My throat is getting dry. What I'll do... I'm just going to quickly pull over here. I'm going to pause and quickly vanish and get a drink of water. I do apologise, but my throat is very dry and I want a drink. Right, I has returned. Okay. Cable wrapped around the steering wheel. Perfect. I probably should have turned the game audio back on so there was... Where's my ring gone? Oh, it's on the side, it's fine. Let us continue. Lint beats Bourneville, but only just. Bourneville's an interesting one because it's fairly hit or miss with me. It's one of those ones where I'd only eat it if I'm in the right mood, you know? Look at that. I just got stiffed. I need to find a route. I do that. I can't go through there. I will have to go back and through here. Can I do it? Well, it's not. I have to take that rather scenic route. Okay. That's annoying, because I can't get through there. Downvote for Meg's abandonment. And there I was thinking you would riot and try and take over. I am very much disappointed in you, shard in hand. You should be ashamed of yourself. You like Dove, do you, Tiger Lily? Isn't Dove a soap? Are we talking about soap? Was I missing something? Do we eat soap here? Is that a cure for coronavirus? I'm just joking, anyone on YouTube that wants to flag that comment. Where were we? The dark chocolate kind. Oh, right. I didn't know that was a dark chocolate. Ah. I've noticed, so Karma mentioned in the chat, dark chocolate is superior. As I've gotten older, I've learnt to appreciate it more. Yes. But I still find myself going back to other chocolates. Like, I will even eat white chocolate from time to time if, you know, it's not cutting season or shredding season or whatever you want to call it. It depends on the mood, really. But milk chocolate's probably the safest bet. Cause I don't mind dark chocolate at all. I really don't. Especially like a salted one with salt in, a salted caramel one. Oh yeah, fantastic. But mood has to be right. I also like creamy chocolates. Lint's alright. Thornton's does some good stuff as well. But it is a preference thing, mood, I guess. I'm a chocoholic, so I don't really mind. Okay, I'm going this way. Off you go, Ford C-Max. Off you go, Skoda. Convertible midlife crisis. Scania. Yeah, I didn't know there's two brands either, Emily. I did not. So this is genuinely very interesting to me. I feel like I've learnt something valuable. Thank you for educating me. I am honoured by this. My apologies again for the obligatory stream yawns. These always happen when I do these games. If you knew, that's why. It's not because I'm tired. Although, I didn't get to sleep till about midnight, so probably about past. And I woke up at about 6, so I didn't sleep too long. I slept, I mean, it's a fairly reasonable amount of time, to be honest. And then obviously all the riding and people and social. Ugh. But it was, Money says you forget by tomorrow. Forget what? Don't forget there's a delay here, Leona, so I don't know what you're talking about. So please, do forgive me. Please enlighten me. What's the betting when I go through here, go this way now, not taking the exit, that I end up with another one of those blasted blocks that you just saw me go round? Hello, Wendy O. Cooper. Hope you're well. Confirm Meg likes them black. I do not discriminate against any chocolate at all. I am not that man. You will find within my my flavors and interests and tastes that I have a very eclectic accept and willing acceptance of all chocolates, of all types, all creeds. I am very open to welcoming any new chocolates into my life. Didn't touch you. Get ready. Wrecked even. What I learned today. What did I learn today? So I don't know. I'm not. I do not discriminate against differing chocolates because, excuse me. I will drink some water. I've done that. My apologies for that. Personal preferences on chocolate is entirely your thing, and I do not believe if you have a preference towards a type of chocolate, whether it be a colour or a flavour or a mixture, I do not believe that makes you inherently a bad person, because it is 100% a personal choice. It can be considered arbitrary, but we can all admit all flavours and colours of chocolates are very different and yield surprisingly different results. I do argue that darker chocolate generally has a bigger impact, and that's a good thing. Yeah, good. I find it can be moreish. You want to take more dark chocolate, and that's good if you can afford it or handle it, because it depends how dark it is. If it's too dark, it gets a bit much. And white chocolate is the same, but you want it in smaller doses. How are we doing so far, people? Do I like orange flavoured chocolate? Yesterday, I actually had an orange chocolate button. I have eaten Terry's chocolate orange bars, and I have tried the cranberry one where they did that. This has been Meg's Chocolate TED Talk. Yes, chocolate. As part of your political recap stream this coming Friday, we'll be mentioning the dissolved parliament and no vaccine passport movement. No, because we discussed it yesterday. We didn't mention those particular tags, but that was the main subject was COVID passports. Unless it's a continuation subject this week and becomes more of a prevalent theme, I don't want to too much. But if it is the only one, then yeah, I will. But I do think other things will happen this week. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. I shouldn't say no outright, should I? That's very rude of me. My apologies. Have I tried the Cadbury's liqueur? No, huh? Let's take that as a no based on my response, because I don't know what that is. Liquor or liqueur? Liquor. It's liquor. I don't know what that is, I'm afraid. I think salt in chocolate bars, as you mentioned, Karma, yeah. People like that. I like the salty caramel chocolate. I really do. And I think it's that. And I know someone's now going to make the false equivalence of, if you can like salt and sugar together, salt and sweet even, why can't you do pineapple on pizza? It's a good argument, but they're not the. You can't because they're not the same. It is just a false equivalence, and it's just not for me. If you want it, fine, but I'm not one of those people. Therefore, it shall not be something that enters my mouth. Has wasabi chocolate? That's a thing. I was told about chocolate habaneros. Is that it? I don't think they're actually dipped in chocolate, though, are they? They're just brown, I think. And brother-in-law and his friend have been eating them and struggling with them. I'll have to try one sometime and just prove that they're not men. I'm kidding, of course. We all have differing tolerances. I'd like to buy some seeds and buy a terrarium and put in it the penis chilies. Just because I want to keep them safe. I don't have a greenhouse. I've got a UV light in my room. I can maintain them quite handily. Yeah. An alcoholic drink. I had a sample, then another. Silly giving it away. Well then. I don't mind chocolate and pepper, so to be fair, though. It's alright. It's a good combo, I think. Depending on the strength of the pepper, I think. Because there are limits, I believe. But then, maybe it's that thing of mixing, you know. Is mixing inherently a bad thing? Your chocolates and your peppers, that is. You know, you come up with something quite different at the end, every time. And so, you know, all these different mixes. Is that wrong, or is that bad, or what? Have I seen the giant Cadbury Scotch cream egg? No, I have not, Jen. Sounds intense. Only perverted cannibals eat pineapple on pizza. Well, there is a position. Hello, Yoshi. Hope you're well. It's been a while. Hope you're doing well in whatever it is you do. Hope you're having a nice Easter weekend, if Easter is a thing for you, i.e. chocolate, gluttony, and or other, you know, festivities involving chocolate. Chocolate and beef jerky, really tasty. That's interesting. You criticize others for a really odd combo, and then you pull that one out. Okay. That's interesting. Again, not going to judge though, because you know it's personal preference, and there's nothing wrong with personal preference. Okay, in chocolate and peppers. We're not here to judge. Oh dear. Hang on. I'll fix it. Don't worry, guys. I got you. Don't worry. I got this. There you go. I fixed it, everyone. We can't have that hate speech here. We can't allow hate speech again. I felt good. Oh, we're doing 90 again. Apparently it stopped to 70 for some random reason, and then went back up to 90. Nice. Right up as I go up a hill. Because I'm totally going to hit the speed limit on that. Anyway, I won't... I don't really care what people think about that, genuinely. I just did it because it's funny. You're Pratchety on Twitch? Huh. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Now I feel stupid. How dare you make me feel stupid? Oh dear. I hope you're well, Pratchety. My apologies for not knowing that you are the same person. Jalapeno mead sounds adventurous. It does sound interesting, actually. Very interesting. I'm not really doing much in the way of drinking, as I said, but it's not something I'm against the idea of trying. Not right now, but perhaps after the summer. Well, actually, no, I don't think it's as easily available over here. Maybe it is, I just haven't looked. Again, it's not something I'm making a point to look for, so there's no point me trying yet. Gonna dip out for a vid on Space Jam 2. No worries. Thank you for being here, shard in hand. Hope you're having a fantastic evening. Fault for having too many names. Yes, all your fault. How dare you? Carl, listen, if I find out you've been using chili jam in your fried rice, I'm going to tell Cryptic on you. This won't do anything, but he might look at you funny. Hey. Yeah, you do that. I'm not making mead. I don't have space for that. I'm not making mead. I don't need to either. I don't, it's not a hobby that I'm interested in at the moment. I've got plenty to keep busy, and I've barely touched all of them because of this lockdown. I think I'll stick to my own lane, and hopefully it shall yield results that are positive, at least. If it doesn't, oh dear. But never mind. As a minor update to when I started, my hands are still not warm yet. I've noticed why. The bathroom window is open and the wind coming through it. It's enough for my hands to slow down. Let's go with that. It's not enough for me to feel cold, but I know it's not as warm as it was. Which is fine because my door is shut and my windows are too. So hopefully it'll warm up with my computer and the dog in here. Is it just one dog or two? No, it's one. I think the other dog only stayed in the room temporarily because he wanted my sandwich. He wanted my sandwich, which I've eaten half of. He stole the rest. He's a dick. Chili jam. Actually, that's a point. So, my brother-in-law had this brilliant... I've done it before, where I've taken Tennessee honey or Tennessee fire, and I've left it in a glass for a couple of days, and it obviously evaporates down to just syrup, essentially. And he, the brother-in-law, when I mentioned that to him, perhaps doing it with a Tennessee fire, he gave it with a great name for it. The Savage Syrup. Oh, that's actually a really cool name. Savage Syrup from Tennessee Fire. I love it. It's clever. It's inventive. I might have him actually do that because it's funny. Also, it'd be more concentrated as well. Stick that on your chicken, cook that instead. That would be very risky business. I'm okay with this though. It's 3 AM where you are. Damn, you do need to go to bed. Thank you for being here, DXAD654. Genuinely very grateful, and do have yourself a good sleep. Oh, hang on. We're in 85. That's interesting. Fire! Yes. Goober. Well, you know why. No chicken, I'll eat it with a spoon. Well, there's an option. Are we still in 85? Why have you also... Oh, it's a roundabout. Of course there is. No. I don't like them having to take such a long way round, because this is actually... It's going to make me late, which is fine, but I get fined and I'll lose more money. From the job, I still make money, but not much. And my current driver, additional driver, he's not up to standard yet. He's not there. And I'm in no hurry to get a replacement. Vehicle inspection, okay. Alright. Oh wow, 37 tons. You're just gonna fat shame me? Damn. Goes to mute your DM. Oof. Alright, let's see. I'm kind of curious now if we actually finish this delivery in the stream. I think we should. We're not far from Istanbul, but I think we're going to be late, which would be unfortunate. I mean, I guess at least we still make money, right? But I still intend on finishing the stream, you know, the 2-hour mark as I normally do. So it'll be interesting to see what we do as a job afterwards. Because if an event does pop up, I will cancel the next delivery in favour of that. Especially Iberia, I do want to... Oh! I do want to do Spain and Portugal next. No argument on my part. I genuinely want to. Oh right, toll paid at the end. Nice. I want to get there as soon as I can. But how one gets there, I will have to drive it. I probably chose the wrong delivery. I should have gone Banska Bystrica instead. At least that would have put me in Slovakia or Slovenia. Yeah, Slovakia. My mistake for not doing the other direction. That's fine. We'll get there. Failing that, I'll take a loan and buy a bigger garage and buy another garage, but buy it in the other place. Sell the garage in Romania and then immediately pay back that loan. There you go, problem solved. Put it in Spain and then we just, you know, travel to our garage. Again, problem solved. Maybe. I'm assuming that was a loan. Let's have a look at the time. Loan went out early, didn't it? Did I have it? No, that makes no sense. Loans go out at midday, don't they? Scanner throwing shade. I don't know what that means. Going to buy a ton of olive... Oh, yeah, the shade from the weighing station. Thank you, sorry. Going to buy a ton of olive oil and ship it back to Texas. So you can bathe in it? Cook yourselves in it? Or just one really nice hootenanny? I don't know if that's the right state. Doesn't matter. I'm not as well versed in your Americanisms. I'm also veering. My apologies. So, as we're nearing the tail end of the stream, so we're an hour and a half in, what do people have planned for their days tomorrow? I myself am going to be making YouTube videos. I'll go for a walk early. I might paint the exterior, seal with a suitable sealant, the exterior of my storage unit. I'm going to look and measure the base to see how thick I need the wood to be to then put additional supports under the floorboard. And go from there, really. I mean, no hurry, but I want to get it done because I've got boxes on the landing that need to go in there. But I can't do anything yet because the floor is it's that horrible chipboard, and it's not strong enough. Simple as that. My sister's coming over with her kids. They intend to have a roast dinner here, so I will have to go and buy beef and a chicken. because some can't eat beef. They're two younger ladies. That's fine. I also think my youngest sister isn't overly fond of it. That sounds like a her problem. Yeah, whatever. And I want to get those videos done, but at the same time I don't think I will because they're here. But I will. If it means I don't stream on Twitch tomorrow, that's fine. So we'll, you know, I'll get some things done, hopefully get some small jobs done, and go from there, really. Because I don't want to, ruin things or rush things. That's why I'll work on, I think, the BitChute video this evening, because another weigh-in, really? Alright. Alright, fine. I'll pull in again. I'll see if I can improve that video anyway. Which one is it? Is it over here? I think it is just over... Yeah, it's over here. Okay. I want to, after the stream, also write down what the plan is for the Moisky Live channel, because if I can improve things there, then great. Okay, weighing station done. Sleep stop will be required soon. I might well not get this job done on time. Although I think I'm already late. Let's have a look. Yep, we are late. Nice. Spending time with the family, taking a walk in nature, and taking a day off. Nice. I don't generally, you know, I don't generally care much for big family roast dinners. It's just the hassle because it's a small house. And Tiger Lily, that was very generous of you. Thank you. I will definitely put it towards chicken. That's very kind. Thank you. Awkwardness intensifies. Oh geez, where am I going now? Oh, slow it down, slow it down. Turn it off. I think, I mean, it's you're just remembering that your mother said we were having prime rib. Oh, that is, I mean, I don't eat beef very often, to be fair, either. It's expensive. It's like buying lamb over here. So when I said I'd buy it, yeah, it's not cheap. I'll have to go to the butcher's, actually, so I'll have to wake up, make video first, then go for a walk downtown, pick up the beef on the way back, and the chicken. And then, what was it? Get on with other content. Because I need to sort that out as well. But no hurry really on my part. I'm not the type to rush anyway, so it doesn't matter to me. Do not jump out in front of me. Do not jump out in front of me. Do not jump out in front. What did I just say? Huh? What did I just say? Oh, I took the wrong exit. Sorry. 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 Some amazeballs driving. Nah, fam. Nah. Sorry about that, people. But, you know what I'm like. I'll happily cause hassle if I can. All awkward. Yes, you did come back to that. Yeah, lamb is a pricey treat. Let's see. We're late. That's not good. Did we damage it? No damage, but we only lost 900. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Plenty of experience. Still made 27,000. Well done, us. I want to quickly then have a quick look at... Why can't I look at garage purchases? Guessing I can't do that. That is interesting. Very interesting. Okay, I know what we'll do. We'll go to our driver, Bob B. His stats are nearly full on the training policy because I intentionally set him to ADR. He's a specialist in this. When he's done, I will move him to distance, and that'll be it. I won't let him level up anywhere else. That seems fair. And he makes about $1,000 a day. That's not bad. Okay, as we're here, actually no. No, we're drive. Yes, we're gonna cheat. We're gonna go to a service the truck, put our guy to sleep, and then get a job. Because I don't think it right to take a job, especially when it's external, not external contract, which means the time in game is the real time, and I can't risk I can't risk the time frame to work by putting my guy to sleep early on a shift, because then I lose time and risk potentially having to sleep more and more. Yeah, less sleep stops is always preferable. Let's have a quick look. Is there anything worth upgrading on this? I have the XL. There's no point getting that, by the way, because it doesn't really do much for me. 6x2 tag. Tag lift in the middle, isn't it? No, it's the end. Mid lift is it? Yeah. I would do those, but that's not worth it. Nope. Why is it that one? Should be that one. Yeah, that feels exclusive. Stainless steel. No one cares. Is there anything in here worth upgrading? No. No, we're not gonna have. Actually, no. We'll have that one. Yeah, that looks okay. Is there something worth? I mean, Hope Trucker. I like that one. Nope, that's it. We'll spend that. Game music would have helped here. It would have made things a little less awkward. Oh, hang on. Where is the sleep stop? Okay, let's get that nice and snug. That one and that one. Nice. Job. Let's get a job. We've got like 15 minutes. We may as well start one. Freight market. We are in Istanbul. Where would the furthest one take us? Romania. I mean, that would be the better option then, because it would then lead us to going this way, which is where we need to go if we want to come to Spain and Portugal. I'm really excited they've introduced these, because it's taken years. It took them years to give us France. We only had, like, I think we had Calais. I don't think, did we have Paris? I think we only had a couple over here leading into everywhere else. It took years to get there. We've got all of this as well at some point. That should be interesting. Yeah, this is good. Okay, we'll take this one, and we shall. Are the lights on? They are now. You suck. You took so long. Why is that on? Be gone, thought. 7 kilometers to destination. So let's position that, which was accidental nudge. I'll take it. I think I might also, because I've been picking up my guitar a little bit here and there, practice something I want to try and learn. There's a couple songs I get really, like, once I want to learn them, interested in. So I kind of want to do that. Might, if I can do it, some dump some on my server, because that would be fun to record a little thing and then put it on my server. Perhaps encourage others to do that themselves. Not that anyone should be forced or made to feel like they pressure into it or anything. More of a help each other kind of thing, which I think is a good idea. Yeah. We going this way? Yes, we are. Okay. Satsu finally got himself a barbecue. Has he? That's awesome. I like Satsu. I like him a lot. Known him for years. Loved his content. Loved his streams. Happy for him and his wife. Lovely people. And I hope and wish them nothing but the best in everything they do. Because they're good people. Right, can I speed up? Yes, I can. Oh, good. Although we'll be slowing down soon because I see a turn. Damn you. It's fine. We're going this way, I see. I think. Hopefully this was the right one. It's hard to tell. The sat-nav is... It's a reasonable size. It's not like the Scania or Volvo where it's a really decent sat-nav size. But it shall suffice. Where am I going? I'm turning off here, I think. His daughter is adorable, yes. I'm very happy for them both. That, yeah, that they have a lovely family. That is not the easiest drive. That's such an awkward position, especially in the dark. I think he has shown her here or there somewhere. I can't remember where. I'm not really cool with kids. I don't really know, but I'm sure they're adorable. It's just not something I'm not. Yeah. No, they're lovely people regardless. I'm sure they have a beautiful child. Right. Well, that is lit. Nice. Oh, jeez, my chair is moving again, isn't it? The curse of a laminate floor with wheels on your chair. I mean, at least my chair isn't scratching the floor, I guess. But at the same time, it's a bit of a pain in the backside when the chair constantly wants to move. Having to brace my knees on either side of my desk on the inside, hoping in vain that my chair doesn't move too much. Oh, geez, that's going to be close. That was close. There we go. Nice. Okay. Brace it against the side panel. That works. It feels weird saying that. I do apologise for the odd comments here and there. I did used to watch a lot of Satsu and Monkey playing 7 Days, and it always ended the same way. With Monkey causing a cave-in, which reminded me of like the earliest days of me playing 7 Days, and I got really into the underground stuff, getting resources underground, and I didn't know you needed support. Didn't know that. I didn't know the game had the mechanics for it. So I disappear one day, and I don't think Dally was there, but it just caved in. We lost the entire garden and the farm, and I was like, why am I being blamed? Alright, fair enough. Lesson learned. We'll use supports and struts and, we'll make it so it doesn't have these issues again. And it didn't, which is good. I learnt that in my own campaign, my own single player one, where I built an entire underground network because I preferred to be. It was the easiest. I think the argument is it's the easiest way to play, easiest way to level up. It's the easiest way to make progress without having to get involved. But then, as time passed, and I moved on from that, I found it more interesting and fun just to run around and bumble about and live on what I found and not, have to be too ostentatious and just annihilate everything with a bow if I could. Which, I wasn't a bad shot, to be fair. I don't think I'm any good anymore, but I was a good shot in Alpha 16. Enough that I could hit someone on a moving bike. But only because the lag spikes on their end meant that they froze for a split second, which was long enough for me to aim a shot. Please stop moving, chair, I beg. Every time I put my foot on the accelerator, it does it. It's a little annoying. He brings it onto streams every once in a while he's watching her. But she's at the age whereof she's a nut, or like my brother calls it, drunk little people. I have a nephew like that, and he constantly destroys things, to the point they're going to have to get rid of the aquarium, because he's so dumb at the moment. He'll climb inside, and then start trying to destroy the interior of what's holding the aquarium up, not realizing if he destroys it, the aquarium will crush him to death. And so it's going to have to go because he keeps on breaking things on it. Which is annoying because my older nephew really enjoys it as a sensory thing. But at the same time, you can't have things like that if another one of them can't not destroy him. And I'll be honest, that's a failing in parents as well, to an extent, which they accept. If you can't get them to understand a fundamental issue in control and not constantly having to touch things that aren't yours and constantly break things and then walk away thinking everything's okay. It's actually a major reason that kid is not allowed in my room, because if he touched one of my guitars, I know what happens next. He'll cut his finger on a string or he'll try and break it, which I'm not okay with. Okay, let's not do that. Let's not have that. It's also bad with the aquarium, by the way, because my nephew, the elder one, is on the floor a lot. If it fell, it would fall on him as well. So it has to go. The fish have to be rehomed or flushed down a toilet. I don't know. We can't take them because we've got our own fish. We've got Thick Junior. We don't have space for an additional. We don't have a space for an aquarium. So, that has to go. Hello, Ray the Reaper. I am very well. Hope you're well. Burnless was a way that Mum can't wave. Yeah. And that's something that they have to learn. Because they don't live near us yet. They will eventually. But they don't right now. And I can't step in and protect those children. I can't do that. But we can encourage them to be a little bit more forceful as parents when we see them, because they're not this much hassle when they stay with us. Not because I take control or anything. I don't get involved unless they do something really bad. In which case, a deeper voice just scares them, which is fine. I'm happy to use what is readily and freely available if necessary, but I don't care for no point shouting at somebody who doesn't understand, and they're not at that stage where they can understand, because I think he's only 2, but he's destructive, non-talking, got to learn. Oh, is he 1? No, he's 2. He's got to be 2. He has to be. He has a fantastic blonde mullet. It's quite funny. I don't know. There are plenty of kids I know like that as well, and they learn from others around them as well. For example, my oldest niece here is afraid of Waffle, but now she's pretending to be afraid of the puppy as well, which I find to be quite frustrating, because Waffle's just he's excitable, he's a bit strong, yes. And he's not yet there where he understands not to be like that, not to use too much force. So if I apply enough force to him, he understands that I am stronger, simple as that. My niece is not stronger though, but she's willing to put him on a pedestal as this boogeyman. Baba Yaga, let's go with that. And because of that, the youngest niece here is also afraid of Waffle, because she's learnt from the eldest niece. And so's the middle one, which is quite irritating, because there's nothing to be afraid about. He's a lovely, lovely dog. Like, genuinely a lovely boy. He's just very excitable. I can call him a fat prick and he'll run towards me. He's a thick boy. And he's funny. But I think that comes down to, you know, guys, I think even boys, none of the boys are afraid. Well, one of them says he is, but he's not a nephew. He's a friend of the family's. And it's like, well, you keep kicking him. You should be afraid of him. You should definitely fear the one you keep trying to hurt. But generally speaking, the guys aren't bothered by him because it's power and it's we can handle it, whereas they're not quite strong enough and they think that their scapegoat should be, we're afraid of him. It's like, no. How about you stop trying to be afraid of him and just instead adapt to him? He can still be stronger than you and you can still be better than him. He's just a dog. He's just Waffle. Come on. Not just a dog. He's just a Waffle, okay? he's just a thick boy. He is His Royal Thickness, Lord Wigglesworth. Tiger Lily, he is an English bulldog. Yeah, and the puppy is also an English bulldog. There are pictures of him on my YouTube Instagram at _Omegon_, which I've had since like 2016 or something. Please consider checking it out. I'm following if you use Instagram. I don't think you do, but others do. Use the rightmost gate. Okay. He is a lovely boy. He is a thick boy, and he's very, very funny because he's a proper crash dog. In the sense he'll run into you, and I'm okay with that because I like bulldogs. I wanted a bulldog, and then my sister got a bulldog, which annoyed me to no end for obvious reasons because I wanted a bulldog. I can't afford a dog myself, and so I guess in one respect I can't. I have no one else to blame but myself for saying it. But at the same time, I do like bulldogs, and he's a good boy. He's strong, he's funny, he's a dopey dog. Thank you, Karma and Leona, for posting the links. Greatly appreciate that. He's only, what, 10 months old? Maybe that. He's got a lot more growing to do yet. He's got a lot more growing, and he's really stupid. If you're on my Discord server, you'll see pictures of him. He's really dumb. It's really funny. Although when he attacked me earlier, well, not attacked, but play fighting with me, and he hit my chest, and the other two dogs were there waiting like piranhas, that was funny. I was like, oh, you want to go? So, you know, because I can easily lift him with one arm, I've just quickly put my hand underneath his chest, wrapped my arm around him, and then just put him on his back and rolled him over. And then when he got back on his feet, I did it the other side. Because I can do that, and he's funny. He's a good dog. And yeah, he's cute. I'll upload some more pictures later of him, perhaps to Insta. I'm not sure yet. I think my Instagram at the moment is like anything I post on there. Right, anything I post on there, people love it, and that's great. I'm glad they love him because yeah, he's a fun dog. I don't get to see him that much either, so I'm more than happy to make the most of the opportunities. He's not dumb. He's a baby. That's a fair point. That's a fair point. HHTT Linktree. That Linktree might not have worked there, Leona. Oh. Sorry, didn't see the exit. Nice. Babies are dumb. He's just a thick boy. I like him. Thick boy. He's a funny thick boy. I have a great time mucking about with him. Ah, you suck. Go on then. Okay. Nah, mate, I'm going first. You and your crappy little truck, you can stay right there. Okay. How are we doing on time? He's that cute kind of dumb. Yeah, he's derpy. He's a derpy boy. Do we need fuel? I think we do. Is there any fuel around here? I don't think there is. He's a good derp boy. He's dumb, derpy. It's funny. $22 tons. Oh, we're lighter. Yay, we lost weight, everyone. Well done. Was a fuel stop there? We'll get fuel. We'll get fuel. Ah, multitasking. No worries. You've got work to do, so, or driving home or something. I don't know. Whatever it is you're doing, hope it's going well for you. I think, if memory serves, we're trying to work towards paying off a loan. Yeah, I wonder how that's working out for us. That one, that. Anyway, Waffle's a good boy, and he's a bit much for my sisters, a bit much for my nieces, but they try and put him on a. They do that thing of, we're just arbitrarily afraid because I don't care for any of that. It's not my thing. I don't see a reason to be afraid of a dog either. Anyway, we have hit the 2-hour mark here. So I am now going to end the stream. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you for smashing like. Thank you for the incredibly generous donations towards Spooky's new vet bill. Should be going in on Monday or Wednesday, I think, to have an assessment, and then they'll decide about the operation. She'll have to have something removed regardless. And for the additional donations from Tiger Lily for food. I will be back here next week, now that the wheel works properly. Thank you for joining, and I will see you all next time. Good night.